Catherine Greskevich. I come from Farmdale, Ohio. I'm 22 years old. I am a chemistry major with a biochemistry concentration, and I have a minor in writing, and I'm graduating in the spring of 2019. I kind of came to undergraduate research by a more unconventional way. I had a professor whom I had in class, Dr. Songping Huang, who asked me to be in his lab when I took his General Chemistry 1 class. I just joined the lab and I met a bunch of people that I really connected with, a lot of international people who I had never met people from these countries before, and I was just very fascinated by what they were doing in the research and kind of the way that we all thought about problems in a very similar way, even though we were from different countries, and it was incredibly fascinating to me, and I just stuck with it, and here I am. So there's different benefits of undergraduate research, and they talk about in some of these seminars the difference between hard skills and soft skills. And so hard skills would be what can you actually do? What have you actually learned to do through these experiences? And undergraduate research helps your hard skills because you actually learn how to do different chemical techniques. As part of my undergraduate research and my senior honors thesis work, I have learned many different chemical techniques, transmission electron microscopy, Multitoph mass spectrometry, absorption emission spectrometry, bacteria culture, bacteria testing, among others, of course. Spray drying, that was the thing that I did in my internship, my industry internship. So it's, you learn a lot of skills that you can put on a resume that you're going to take with you and that you will know how to do, for the rest of your life. But not only does it help you improve your hard skills, it helps improve your soft skills also. Every single year that I've been here, I have created some sort of research poster, and I've made all of them myself. And so it helps you to get experience with creating these things. And also, once you create a poster, you present it. And so you have to learn how to communicate your poster in a very effective way. If you can explain science well, then everyone will be able to understand you. If you can't explain it well, then you don't understand it well enough yourself. And so I have, given lots of presentations. I've given poster presentations, PowerPoint presentations, but also the third thing that you can learn, I guess, would be also in the soft skills category, and that would be learning how to deal with other people around you, because science, it seems like it's a very isolating place, and it can be, but it's also very, very surprisingly social. I didn't realize how social scientists can actually be. You have to learn interpersonal skills as part of this field, and I think that my experience in undergraduate research has really set me up for graduate school. I'm going to attend graduate school at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. It's a top 10 program. And my undergraduate research skills here and the opportunities that allowed me to get research experience elsewhere have all helped me get to this point. As far as, so I have worked also on campus as I have attended school. And so I have worked as a university tutor. I tutor chemistry, math, physics, and biology, which are all courses that I've taken as part of my biochemistry major. And I have found that to be an incredibly enriching experience to try to get to teach other people what I know, but also has really helped me figure out that I do want teaching to be a part of my future career. So tutoring has been incredibly helpful to me. Another extracurricular I did is, the biggest one I do is SACS, the Student Affiliates of the American Chemical Society. So I served on the executive board for 3 years. I was vice president my sophomore and now my senior year, and in my junior year I served as president. And we are extremely proud of our student organization here. We have started a lot of programs that weren't there when we started, and this club is relatively new. It's only been around for 6 or 7 years, and this group of people really took what the first kind of generation of people that had created this club and really increased the membership. We increased our programming. We started to do a lot more outreach to community events. For example, the grant that we have that gives $1,000 per year to local school districts. And so we're extremely proud of that, but not only are we proud of what we've done internally, but it has helped us externally as well. Like me on a personal level, it has improved. I have improved because I have been a part of this club. You know, like I have gotten incredibly involved in the American Chemical Society. I've been a member for almost 4 years now. I went to the national meeting twice. I got to present my research there, you know, the research that I performed in my undergraduate research lab. I was able to go to the American Chemical Society Student Leadership Institute, which was a weekend event, 100% paid for, that I went to Dallas, and they basically told us how to be leaders in the chemistry field. And those are just two of the few things that really helped me in trying to become what I want to become, as you know, in my career, which I want to become a professor currently. Another thing that I did was I did a lot of summer internships. So my first summer at Kent, I worked here in my research lab. I got paid $9 an hour to just do some research, and I did it like 3.5 days a week. My second summer, I got an REU, research experience for undergraduates at Georgia Tech. And so I moved down to Atlanta, Georgia, and I lived there for 10 weeks and did a chemical marine ecology research on interactions between bacteria, which I found to be incredibly interesting. And this past summer, I was at W.R. Grace, which is a specialty chemicals company in Columbia, Maryland. And I worked in their research and development for silica products in their personal care division. So I have done quite a bit in chemistry, and Kent State has given me the opportunity to do that. And I'm so appreciative to this department and this university for giving me those chances. I have found a group of people that we very much like each other. You know, we understand that this is difficult, but that we're kind of in this together. And we you know, studied together, but the people that are my study buddies are also my closest friends. And I have friends at other universities that I've met through my, you know, summer internships and things like that. They don't experience the same thing that I experience, and this is actually truly unique. Coming here, it was absolutely the best choice for me because it fits my personality. You know, I consider myself to be an intelligent person, but I also am not out to put anybody else down. And I've met a group of people who are very similar to me, and I've really felt at home here. So I am going to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign to get my PhD in chemistry. I will start this August. I'm going to move in like August 2nd. But I hope to do research. I haven't chosen a research lab yet, but I'm looking at bio-inorganic groups. So dealing with non-carbon materials, things like, you know, iron and metals in your cells in biological systems. I'm very excited to start my program. I'm kind of nervous, but in the end, I would like to be a professor, a university professor, probably at a place kind of similar to Kent State. So just thankful for this department, their opportunities they've let me have. So one thing that I would suggest to students is something I didn't figure out until it was too late, is until I was like very upset and stressed, but like, yes, this department is really important and your schoolwork is really important here, but if that's all you do is chemistry, you're not going to be a happy person. You really need to get out and to join other clubs. Like I did the Conversation Partners program here, and so I, you know, met up with the English as a second language student about once a week to just talk with them and speak English with them. I, you know, go to church here. I did choir for a few years, and getting out of the lab, it was really important for my mental health to really keep that in check. You know, college is stressful, and you can kind of dig yourself into this hole, and you don't want to do that. So, you know, rely on the people around you, but also know you're going to figure out your limits. So figure out where your limits are, and then take care of yourself when you feel like reaching them. And that's the best advice I guess I would want to give to my 18-year-old self.